Hello. I wanted to come on and share my heart desire is to be a full-time van lifer. I remember when I was introduced to the community, I started watching a lot of other people doing this type of lifestyle because I felt in Florida at the time, the rent was just overwhelming. The employers wasn't paying you enough money to maintain your rent comfortably. And I remember I was renting an efficiency for $800 a month. And that's when I was introduced to van lifers. Back in 2019, I just started binge watching and was interested in seeing what people do and where people go. And I realized that is something I want to do. I want to be able to travel and do different things, go different places, and not be stuck in a house paying rent to people whom I'm never going to own. I'm never going to own. So people say, well, buy a house. Well, look at 2020. So that was not an option. And actually, when I decided to actually do van life full time, I had a Ford car that was given to me. And I started, looking at ways to get that car prepared for me to live in. And right at the tip of January, right before my birthday, I decided I was going to move in. And then I allowed family member to deter me by not doing it and moving in with them to help them out. And that didn't work out very well. After a while, it became a point that I needed to move out with no money, no job, pretty much. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I still was working full time, and I said, well, I'm going to do this. But once I moved in with family member, I started getting comfortable again and not saving my money like I should have. And ended up living in my car for maybe all of, I'll say all of 2020. Yeah, all of 2020 for the most part. I moved back into my car right after I moved out in February from my family member's home. And I was doing okay. I enjoyed living in my car. I didn't feel I was homeless. I had made a choice, and it was a choice I wanted to do. So as time went on and 2020 went through the changes that it took us through, and in December, I had a family member and her husband and children decided to relocate to South Dakota. And because she had just had a set of twin girls, give me grandkids of 14, I wanted to be a part of those kids growing up and, being in their lives so they can know who I am as grandma. So I ended up getting rid of the car. And I decided that I was going to come to South Dakota. And I did. And this is where I'm at right now in South Dakota. And I am renting an apartment much cheaper than efficiency, much larger than efficiency, but I'm not content. I don't want to live in somebody's home. I don't want to rent and pay other people money to live there. Pardon me, I have an interruption from one of my grandkids. Hold on one second. Pause.